Should you watch or skip the Boruto anime? Let's go back in time for a bit.
Hey Clint, did you hear? A new Naruto series just dropped.
No way! What's it about? Sasuke's backstory or just a continuation of the series?
It's about adult Naruto. He's married now.
Wait, what? Naruto got married?
Uh-huh. He's with Hinata. And guess what? They have a kid.
You friggin' kidding me? Like, that same knucklehead, playful Naruto that couldn't score any chick back then? And you say he has a kid?
Actually, 2.
Oh my g... So wait a second. That means Naruto and Hinata did the thing?
How many times have I told you to control your intrusive thoughts?
Hey, my boy Naruto out here laying premium pipe. And you know what? Kurama has a front row seat to this spectacular cinema.
I'm pretty sure Natalie knocked some sense into you.
Bro, you can't blame me. I just needed 1 second to process the news, like, Naruto has 2 kids. Meaning he went down with Hinata?
Please don't finish that sentence. Pretty sure we already lost half our viewers during that flashback montage.
All right, fine. But listen, back then, I was excited. I mean, it's a sequel to Naruto Shippuden. Hype as flux capacitor. What could possibly go wrong? Watching the Boruto anime is like eating plain rice, like, with nothing. No salt, no meat, no nothing. Boruto. More like bored to death, Uto. Am I right? Get it? Cause it's boring. No? Talk about tough crowd.
I'm really contemplating not doing this video.
Too late, bro. No running away from this one now. If we don't, we won't get paid.
Alright then, hello everyone and welcome to AnimeFreakTV. Today we are going to be reviewing a show that is apparently hated by so many.
Just look at all those comments. It seems to me that a large chunk of our viewers feel like the Boruto anime was trash. A waste of time, the reset no one asked for. You get the picture. With the hate bros getting, you'd think he stole someone's girlfriend. I personally think the Boruto anime was fire. I mean, look at the top tier animation. And top tier villains like Code and, what was that dude's name again?
Let's take this seriously. Boruto, the show, from its conception was positioned to be better than its predecessors. I'll admit there were high expectations. Did it deliver on those expectations? It had the potential, the ingredients to be better. The show had the advantage of established characters that fans were familiar with, aged up and with their own children. They also had the benefit of a world that was at peace, which seemed like a promising backdrop. Something obviously went wrong. What happened?
Let's have a holistic view of it in its entirety. Boruto is an anime set in the modern-day shinobi world, where technology has come to the forefront. Trains, hamburgers, video games, Uno cards, hamburgers, scientific ninja tools, upgraded sciencey-looking tech, and of course, more hamburgers. Whatever happened to ramen? Dude.
The story revolves around the main character, Boruto. He's gifted, privileged, and let's be honest, entitled, a shinobi raised at the very top.
Just like them rich kids. But wait a sec, can we really say Naruto is rich? I mean, do Hokages get paid well?
While I do not have Naruto's salary payslip, it would be appropriate to say that Naruto would definitely be wealthy enough to live a comfortable life and enjoy certain privileges. But that's a topic for another day. As I was saying, the main character Boruto was brought up entitled, a result of his father's accomplishments. Both his father and grandfather were lauded as 2 of the greatest Kages of all time. He had instant access to communicate with top-tier legendary shinobi, who he just casually referred to as uncles and aunties. Something so highly sought after. His peers could only dream of having this same privilege.
And this is what a lot of people don't realize. At this point in the story, characters like Naruto, Sasuke, Shikamaru, and the others were revered as the illustrious shinobi who fought in the 4th Shinobi World War. They were all living legends. They were all big shots.
A compelling argument. How do you raise a warrior in an age without war? Answer: by employing the use of modern-day tools and incorporating a lot of what we've spoken about already. By so doing, the show was trying its best to appease every single audience it could. Be it veterans, newcomers, casual fans, or the most discerning manga purists, everyone.
And they somehow managed to piss everyone off equally. Gotta tell ya, that takes a lot of talent, honestly.
Contrary to popular opinion, I was actually excited at the idea of a protagonist raised in peace, with a dad who saved the world and a mom who...
Is literally a sweetheart goddess.
Thanks for that. Let's just say attempted to do the same. As if having an Uchiha, arguably the greatest of all time, as his sensei wasn't enough, Boruto is still angry at his dad. What more does that child want? This show attempts to portray Boruto as more intelligent and gifted than his father ever was, all while making it painfully obvious that he's an entitled brat. Unlike Naruto, who had a clear driving goal, Boruto's only motivation was his resentment towards his father's Hokage duties. Naruto's story felt relatable as the underdog rising to the top. The show feels like it's in a massive identity crisis, and it's giving me a headache. Naruto, the reason why so many, dare I say, a staggering 95% of viewers tuned in to watch the show. He was once the symbol of perseverance, but now he's reduced to an overworked, burnt-out office dad with 24/7 clone coverage, unable to even catch a moment's peace.
And by the way, don't call me Dad in here. It's Lord Hokage or Lord Seventh.
Naruto had several clones running different operations. Honestly speaking, that's super efficient if you ask me. He had a full software suite, ShadowCloneOffice.exe, ShadowCloneSurveillance.exe, ShadowCloneParenting.exe. Talk about efficiency. Who in the world even came up with this so-called efficient system? And come to think of it, I've always wondered, do you think he ever used shadow clones for—
A consistent theme among many complaints from the fandom is the idea that the former strongest characters Naruto and Sasuke were unfairly nerfed. Some say this makes sense since stronger threats emerged, but others think the nerfed state takes away from their former glory. It's like a constant tug of war between logic and nostalgia. The older generation was being left behind. Even before Naruto lost Kurama and Sasuke lost his Rinnegan, villains who should have been no match were standing up to them.
Case in point, Delta versus Naruto. That fight got me so mad. Delta? Like, who the hell is even that? Friggin' Terminator prototype reject? This scrap metal was seen throwing hands and going toe-to-toe with a man that took on the 10-tailed beast? No. This has gone too far. What is this? Someone get me out of here.
Oh, and let's not forget about Sasuke, the man who survived conflicts with Kaguya, now reduced to struggling against a fisherman. It's like a slap in the face to any fan who values consistency and respect for a character's legacy.
Seeing this character gets me so mad every time. The dude is nothing but a lazy idea. Looks like someone spawned him straight from a random Reddit comment. Can't believe a character like that got that much screen time. Shout out to 1010.
All right, let's talk fillers. Outside of the time travel and parent-child stuff, the fillers are a bit lackluster. No one's sold on the new generation yet, and watching them chase cats or battle it out in Ninja Uno isn't exactly engaging. Hell, even the canon material has started to feel like filler at this point. It's like they're throwing darts at a board, seeing what sticks, right?
The show spent too much time doing nothing, that when it finally decided to start doing something, everyone had already logged out.
You're right. Naruto had its fillers, but it also gave us reasons to care. That made those filler arcs bearable. But with Boruto, the show dives into low-stakes missions and aimless subplots that don't add anything to the narrative. The story's pacing and direction are all over the place, and the entire rhythm of the show is thrown off balance. Anime has moved way past the weekly episodic style of the past. Seasonal formats are much more feasible nowadays, and they allow for higher quality. The constant rush to push out weekly episodes often leads to subpar animation and unnecessary padding. It would benefit shows like Boruto greatly if they adopted this more modern approach. Adopting a seasonal format would give Boruto breathing room. The animators would have more time to finesse the important moments, and the overall quality would improve. Plus, we've seen it work for other shows, so why not for Boruto?
Yep. We've seen this work beautifully. We've seen it work tremendously. Like nothing we've ever seen before. Some say it's the Some say it's the greatest anime strategy of all time. Seasonal formatting. Fantastic. Everyone's doing it. Bleach did it. Demon Slayer did it. Even Attack on Titan did it 3 times. They split that final season like rent payments.
Taking breaks between seasons and focusing on quality over quantity would greatly benefit Boruto. The animators could give those crucial moments the attention they deserve and avoid the rushed, half-baked episodes. And as you said, we've seen it work for other series, so there's no reason not to give it a shot. It just makes sense, really. Oh, and by the way, Glint.
Huh?
I'm not gonna lie, you totally nailed that impression.
Right? What can I say? I'm a natural. Look how Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, benefited from this format. Kubo's final arc came back with seasonal pacing, clean storyboarding, and absolutely jaw-dropping animation. They did not have to dilute it. They didn't force side plots, they respected the source material, and the fans respected the result. Now imagine if Bleach, right in the middle of the Blood War arc, say after Yamamoto's death, suddenly cuts to a 5-episode filler arc of maybe Orihime planting flowers in her garden. Boruto does that all the time. Big reveal one week, grocery mission the following.
Fans have checked out because they feel disrespected. The show's constant interruptions and inconsistent quality are driving them away. And if the episodes were more carefully crafted and well planned out, with consistent quality and tighter storytelling, it would give the fandom room to trust again, without the guessing game of what episode is worth watching.
So that's basically less content, more quality?
Right. Less irrelevant content, more refinement.
Another key element of Naruto's success lies in its villains, whose motivations, depth, and impacts define the stakes of the narrative. With Boruto, the scene was shifted to cosmic and technological threats, a lot of them lacking in emotional resonance as they are, of course, aliens and cyborgs.
Naruto's villains have more nuanced motivations, driven by ideology or emotion. They often have deeper, more meaningful goals. In contrast, Boruto's antagonists often have more pragmatic or power-driven objectives. Kara, for example, with characters like Delta and Code more focused on power or loyalty to their leader, rather than a deeper philosophical stance like a Pain or a Madara had.
Okay, let's do a side-by-side comparison. Uchiha Madara versus Mr. Momo, or Pain versus T-Pain.
T-Pain?
Timu Pain.
In Naruto, their conflicts force growth. Look at Pain, for example. His worldview challenged the concept of peace through suffering. But in Boruto, villains often serve as obstacles rather than catalysts for introspection. The Otsutsuki's cosmic threat raises the stakes, but it lacks the emotional and thematic depth of Naruto's grounded, relatable conflicts.
Boruto had a watered-down version of the Akatsuki. They go by the name... Get this. Glint. Maintain your composure. Kara. Look! Kara! Look at this!
Amado and Kawaki, with potential antagonist roles, do hint at a return to layered, character-driven conflicts. It's a small glimmer of hope that things might evolve into more nuanced storytelling down the line.
That brings me to my next point. What the show does right and the future of Boruto. There were several noteworthy themes explored in the show that weren't really addressed in depth in the original. Case in point, morality. This is exemplified in the pivotal scene where Naruto, the father of Boruto, the 7th Hokage, removes Boruto's headband after he cheats in the Chunin exams. Naruto was basically telling Boruto, not just the character, but the entire show, if you're gonna wear this symbol, this headband, you've gotta earn it. And if you really think about it, it kind of ties in with what we're currently facing in our world. We find more and more of the upcoming generation constantly grappling with questions of integrity. Whether it's cutting corners to keep up in school, faking personas for online clout, or just doing what's easy instead of what's right.
The symbolism of this moment highlights the contrast between father and son. Naruto, bound by the shinobi code, struggles to reconcile his son's lack of integrity with his own commitment to the village's values. Meanwhile, Boruto's rebellion serves as a desperate attempt to break free from the shadow of his legendary parent, forging his own path towards self-discovery and identity. The emotional charge of this moment sets the stage for a poignant journey of growth and self-realization for both Naruto and Boruto.
I feel like the pause in the show was a right move by the studio and organizers, to take a step back, and re-strategize. Cause God knows that the show was becoming a dumpster fire. Jokes aside, the show definitely has the potential to not only redeem early criticisms, but also cement itself as a worthy successor to our beloved series, Naruto. Manga material is definitely going to give the show some clearly needed love that it's lacking. As long as they address the pacing and animation issues,
It's crucial to adhere to the canon material. Straying from established lore and continuity can disrupt the cohesiveness of the story's world and confuse or alienate audiences.
yeah, no, the manga content is definitely fire. Oh, and also everyone says, ooh, I don't watch the anime or read the manga, blah, blah, blah. But truth is, they all do. They're just saying that because everyone is saying it. Peer pressure strikes again.
Hopefully you don't get flamed in the comments section for saying that.
What's the worst they can do? I want you to know, guys, from the depths of my heart, that I was kidding. So don't take it out on me. So finally, with a total score of a whopping meh from AnimeFreakTV, should you watch Boruto, the anime? I mean, if you're into fillers that makes you question your life choices, mediocre animation, and the occasional fire episodes, then go ahead and watch Boruto, the anime. Who needs quality entertainment when you can just settle for the bare minimum? Am I right? But fingers crossed that the show takes a remarkable turn for the better for the upcoming arcs. Otherwise, it'll just be another forgettable ride on the same train. All right, guys, that's been it from me and Ghost. Major shout out to our top commenters on the channel, Sharky My G at Sharky Plays Games, Vector Drive 303, woohoo, and Tonaru. Y'all are the real MVPs. We've got a lot more content coming your way. Let us know if you want to see more of this kind of video down in the comments section. Drop a like and share it with a friend. If you didn't like the video, buzz off, hater.
What was that?
Nothing. All right, guys, have a good one. Glint out, baby.
Remember to subscribe to Anime.
Remember to subscribe to Anime Freak TV.